Okay, welcome back to our Star Wars game. The music didn't work out as well as I expected, but hey, we sometimes get hiccups like that. We are back for Star Wars session number 111, or Season 7, Episode 20. At the table today, we have Mike.
Hello, I play Brum Brum Crash, a Gungan pilot racer from the Panorama Mountain Raceways of Naboo. 2.2 meters tall with a pink and purple mohawk, and quite triumphant, and apparently sometimes I get into trouble. And yeah, that's me.
Would you like to roll Force dice? Okay.
That good.
Yep.
And you get to
So
roll.
not all the triumph.
White dice.
You get to roll one more. Because there's 7
But
people.
still, not all the triumph.
That's an interesting
That's a lot
result.
of time.
So we have 7 dark side points
Oh, Mike!
and 2 light side points.
Oh, dear.
Is this what happens when he's the only one at the table?
Yes! The rest of you online are responsible for this.
Correct. It's
That's
not
what
my
I'm
fault.
thinking.
And you do know that it would be Mike's luck is different depending on who's at the table.
Yep.
Very true, very true.
I need Kesley here.
So it's someone to take the bad luck for
Yep.
him.
I think that's what it is. Maybe I'm just like a bad luck absorber, and that's why the dice hate me.
Yep.
So getting 7 dark side points is an interesting start.
Yep.
Yeah, I have a feeling that force unit you use is going to get the upper hand yet again.
Okay, also at our table is Ariadna.
I play Thea, True Striker, otherwise known as Thea. I am Talon of the Clan. Which basically means that I'm a Force user. And I'm currently trying to keep my apprentice, trainee Kayana, alive in the face of a dark side fallen Jedi who wants revenge for the death of her daughter.
Online today we have Peter.
Greetings, I'm Peter. I'm playing Duras Song, apprentice to Teacher Crash, and looking well, probably going to get a harsh talking to by Dom at some point tonight, but that should be at least interesting.
Next online today we have is Will.
I am Will. I play a Corey Murr, apprentice to call it at the moment, hotshot pilot, who is suddenly, of his own volition, decided to go clean sober. I don't know why he would decide to do that, but he is laying off the alcohol for now.
So that's something about spending more on alcohol than he has earned in his lifetime. Up next we
And also the weird trippy visions as well.
Up next we have is Kesley.
Hello, I'm playing Kayana Capeweir, person who has been in many roles throughout the entire campaign, currently in charge of mission as stated. There may be a not so happy Force user trying to kill me because I just so happened to have killed her daughter. Boo-hoo. So trying to see what I can do to make sure that we don't die because of this, because I can see that revenge is a path, but maybe we can convince revenge is a path best not taken. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna die. That's gonna be great.
I'd like to register my concern now at the casual attitude that my apprentice has towards killing a 13-year-old child, even though she was deceived by a inquisitor into thinking that she was very, very dangerous.
Hey, she was dangerous. As we discussed in the scene that relating to it, that Kayana basically could only keep the person at bay while they weren't using their lightsaber. And basically, if they got distance, they would bring their lightsaber out. So you ended up having to take them out so that they wouldn't take you out.
Yeah. So there will be some perspectives shared shortly.
Because most teenage Force users are quite lethal.
So it was a fair fight. What are you worried about? That's fine. I've got no problems with that.
So far from what I was going to say, so far in game of what Thea has seen, it was not a fair fight. So Kayana has yet to share her perspective on this.
Okay, and that brings us, last person online today is Ross.
Yes, I played Khalid, the Enforcer, Gadgeteer, Cybernetics, and Assassin through. Currently happy that he had the talk with Nero about the sponsorship that has been made, that Nightcrawler is now having naming the his speeder after him, and also having some of these sponsorships on his speeder as well.
I am sure they won't be too embarrassing.
Hey, he's a gunman. I don't think he can get embarrassed any further.
Okay, so who would like to do the recap of what happened in the last session?
I can't
There you go.
remember the session.
I was going to say I can go ahead and go through that. So last session wasn't anything like long in terms of time, but there was a lot that has happened in that time. So as we return back to our hotel from the previous session, we can see that everything was, well, Kayana saw that everything in her space was rifled through, and then there was markings of lightsaber, lunar half moon, crescent. Essentially, the Force user, from the presence that she has felt this whole time, knows who she is and has left behind a message. So, kind of two stories in one at the same time. So, for Kayana, goes to investigate all the stuff, does not find the very obvious things left behind, has to come help, and does not find the very obvious communicator that was left behind. So there was a message left behind from this Force user saying that, your master is not enough to save you, and basically just vowing her revenge for Kayana. Thea was able to find a Mandalorian-style dagger, which very much looks like Kayana's daggers from before, that had, like, blood drying on it, and with that, Thea was able to force a bit of a vision of this young Padawan basically running for their life, and being stabbed in the back. So in that view, coming from that perspective, it was an unfair fight, and this was the interpretation that was left behind. Side story. So, Corey comes on in, saunters on in, finds some really nice alcohol that is labeled for Brew Room, and that is a very specialized Gungan brew that allows people when they drink it to potentially talk with their ancestors, all that stuff. Anyway, according to being human, he drinks too much of it and it affects him way too much. So Carlin and Rupert were trying to take care of Corey, while Carlin is also now having to do calls with Nero because Brew made a very wild assumption that the reason why we couldn't do favors for who's the other one? Sorry. For the other HUD who was on the planet is because we're working for Nero. Capital, that's what it is. Yeah, we couldn't do favors for Capital because we're working for Nero. So that was a fun call us on our bluff sort of deal. So Nero was very nice and gave us a very good deal to get away with that. So we're now naming Broom ship after Nero and getting the sponsorship, especially like Carla said. So yeah, we got away very lucky there. Anyway, tried to bring anybody in, it's like, hey, yeah, someone totally broke in, we need to go to our ship, all this stuff. They're kind of realizing, that alcohol was supposed to be on our ship, why is it back at the thing? What's going on there? That was weird, but anyway, we don't have the stuff to really take care of Corey other than just making sure she doesn't die. And we discussed the security breach with everyone. The Kaya and Thea are kind of using Thea's specialized secure place in the ship to discuss what's happened. And it's essentially that Kaya explained that she was hunting down this Jedi back when we were Sector Rangers, and that I was hired as a Mandalorian under the guise that, hey, you are working with us as Sector Rangers, you as a Sector Ranger Mandalorian, come with me, a Inquisitor, and we're going to go fight these Force users, again, back before we had Force users on our team. And you have to stop the person from using the Force no matter what, so you have to hunt them down, otherwise they will kill you. So in Kayana's view, it was a fully honorable and faithful fight, and even though she was a bit, I guess, feeling complicated by killing a child, she is understanding of even young Force users are dangerous. So it wasn't anything in her view and assumptions of the world that is anything out of the ordinary. So, anyway, we're doing all our emergency, trying to meditate on having sabers, because I need lightsabers, otherwise I'll die. And we're just going to do emergency repairs, double check all our locks to protect our ships. And yeah, we're doing a lot of stuff there. So I think that's everything. I don't feel like I missed anything too crazy. Yeah, there we go. Alright, and that's why I'm on tonight. It's not coffee.
Okay. Next thing we're also up to is it's a new day, and I believe Thea was connecting with her founder.
I guess so, yes. If that's in the notes, then that's what I was trying to do.
Well, I did write those details down.
Thank you.
Because, hey, keeping track of all those things isn't always easy.
Just curious, is everybody else hearing this as a Dalek?
No. What do you mean, as a Dalek?
Nope, everyone sounds good to me.
I mean, I did say destroy it like a few times, but I'm just kidding.
Okay, can you hear us any better?
Nobody said exterminate.
Are you hearing us any better, Ross? Hello? Okay, I might have to just quickly check my settings.
It might be on Ross's end, because I'm hearing everything pretty clear.
Yeah, it's probably Ross's end.
So you can hear us clearly there, Kesley?
No, I'm to restart the PC, see if that fixes it.
Yeah,
Well,
it's your end.
We just got a dialect from Ross. Okay, so what you have now is a sending of Thea to speak with the head of the clan's religion side.
Would that be Starwing, or is that someone else?
That would be Starwing.
Am I rolling, or am I just...
You had meditated, and either they were there or they were not. They were there.
Okay. I'm like, is it my choice or your choice?
Definitely both. If you don't choose to meditate, then it doesn't matter if they're wanting to talk to you.
I think I've become an expert at meditating, and that's saying a lot because I wasn't into meditating before all of this Force stuff.
So yes, you feel the connection to Starwing.
I guess I would advise him of what we're facing at the moment and ask him for his best advice to go forward, and is there any way that I can shield my clan from the influence of this Force user?
He does say that the best defense is keeping in contact
With each other?
with each other. And if someone suddenly changes what they're doing,
Would that... Is he speaking of battle mind? Keeping in touch?
no, just using normal communications.
Just using comms and maybe have a check-in system, maybe when we check in every 15 minutes or something like that with each other.
You could even have a tactical network.
A tactical network? Oh my goodness, that sounds like something I would get someone who does tactical stuff with to do for me. I tell him that I've advised that even though I feel Kyana's fight with this young Force user was honourable, that maybe one of the best approaches that we can have is to have compassion for a mother who has lost her daughter. That doesn't mean that if she strikes at us, we don't strike back, but we keep it purely in the sense of non-personalised defence rather than some kind of vendetta of our own. Does that make sense?
It does, and Starwing's response is this would be a crossroads for Kyana, and how she chooses to deal with it will determine how she advances in the
If
Force.
he doesn't know already, I'll tell him about the vision with the red lightsaber and advise that she has
He said
one
he
of the red
he
sabers.
says he passed that vision on.
Thank you. I know if she chooses the red saber, it doesn't necessarily mean she's going down a certain path. It just means that she's chosen the right tool for the job.
Yes. Colour is unimportant to your belief, but it can change how people perceive you.
Is there anything I should be doing with her that will mean that she is able to retain autonomy in her choices?
The only way she can really retain autonomy is if it is her choice and she chooses herself, not taking someone else's.
Okay, for both sabers. So, I guess I've done all the right things. Okay, I'll keep doing what I'm doing.
Says this is her test.
Yeah. It's good. She gets to have all the fun. Thank you.
A test doesn't necessarily mean she does any fighting.
No, this doesn't necessarily mean that. She might even just draw the saber for defense.
Or she may never draw it.
You mean that's an option?
Just, it's not A or B, and it's not A or B or C.
I feel like this is a very case of rah, what will be type deal.
It's that she chooses her own destiny.
Okay. If there's no specific advice that he can provide, then
Is
I'm kind of
basically...
sorry to have bothered him.
No, the idea is she needs to choose what is meaningful to her.
Well, my concern is, though it was an honourable kill, it's not also something that should be joked about. Taking the life of a child, regardless of the circumstances, should not be one of met with casual uncare, for lack of a better
This is one thing where I might jump in and point out the difference between a player talking about what has happened versus a character talking about what has happened. In everything I've communicated as Kayana, I've never taken the killing a child lightly.
I have trouble discerning that, particularly online.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was good for me to jump on that way.
Online it all sounds
It all sounds the same. Yeah, so I thought that would be a good thing to point out before ending your conversation.
Okay.
Well, you know, I'm struggling with this because I'm not getting a lot.
I was gonna say, I'm not there in person to give good visuals for it either.
And Starwing does finish with your choices of your past does affect your future.
My choices or hers?
He says yes. It is also your test too.
Okay.
He's as helpful as Yoda.
I will write that down and hope at some point it means something.
And also, he doesn't read visions because all he did was just hit forward and it's through.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
basically just passing on memes.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So he said the choices of our past
Affect your future.
affect the future.
And while you're having these visions, I will have a flashback to Durath getting a call from Dom.
Really?
Yes, Durath is all keyed up for this, you know. Fantastic call after sending in that insightful request and update.
Yeah, providing evidence and just absolutely, foolproof, 100%, examination of the evidence as available. Yeah.
Okay, and...
Does any of us know what this communication is, even as players?
No.
Okay.
So the first thing you see when you finally accept the long-awaited call from Dom is Dom wearing his formal armor and regalia, which you've never actually seen him do because he's a far more casual person.
Is this through my helmet, or am I somewhere that's specific, or...
You're in
what's going
a,
on?
I would say you're in a comms room off to the side somewhere where you get the full-on video coming through, and it takes a picture of you and sends it to them.
Okay.
Sort of
So
like
the
a video
doors are-
call.
Yep, the doors are locked.
They are.
Awesome.
And it is the first time you've actually seen Dom in all his regalia.
Well, this bodes well. Thinks my character. I'm up for a promotion, probably, for all the good work I've done.
And you get the gravelly voice version of Dom when he's apparently in a very bad mood, as far as Yell Cadets put it.
Well, as he, all the evidence I provided,
as he is going to, as he's basically saying, apprentice Durath, I have received your message. Do you have anything else to add to your statement?
He does. Basically, my character lambasts our current leader and Talon as being, pathetic, gutless, waste of Mandalorian life. He just goes off about how weak they are and etc., etc. A whole lot of bad things he says.
And
pretty much in the same vein as the email that I sent you.
Mm-hmm. And as you're going off to that, you see the camera sort of pans a little bit, and you see the Star Dragon standing in the background, also looking in on the camera.
Just goes to show how much they value what I've told them. My character's going, I'm definitely getting a promotion now. This is awesome. I'm in so much trouble.
So that they let you talk for more than an hour, stating all your woes and issues and problems.
Well, not problems. I don't have problems. It's just I'm pointing out just how inept and just how weak and just how poor these people are. Although at the end, I say I've recently heard that our leader, Kayana, was being chased by a force user for the murder of a child.
I have a bad feeling about this.
So she's not all bad, apparently.
You do hear a sigh coming from Dom as the Star Dragon, as spiritual head of the clan behind, just shakes his head and walks off. As a camera pans back to just Dom.
Yes.
So my character's nodding, going, yeah, go off to do what you need to do to remove these pathetic scumbags.
And so Dom speaks up and says, after reviewing your evidence and statements, we find your presentation to be rather disappointing.
If I could have provided more, I would have, Dom. You're quite right. I should have. Firstly, I should have.
He holds up his hands and he says, firstly, he would like to remind you of the Mandalorian Creed as he starts reciting it to you, word for word, over the next half hour or so.
Mm-hmm.
And pointing out at which point you ignored it.
At what points are these?
Basically, me as a GM can't remember all the points for you, but there will be a couple.
Well, we'll just take it as read.
Yeah.
Family!
They're not my family. I don't believe they're bloody Mandalorians. They're imposters.
You have failed.
They're wannabes. But anyway.
And Dom also adds that, do you believe that Dom is a Mandalorian?
Yes.
And so you don't believe in someone Dom picks?
I believe mistakes are made.
And the fact that the people you were traveling with have actually received high honors in the clan for their actions.
Again, I believe mistakes are made.
He says, yes, you made many.
house.
He says, unfortunately, the spiritual head of the clan has requested you to require more learning before you can advance. Because from their perspective, the Talons are your advisors, and you should take their words with respect, even if they are still also learning. Because not everyone is a grizzled old veteran, he says. Even though apparently you grew up that way. And he does discuss with you ways that you can improve. And also that if you can show improvement, you may be given a chance at leadership to show if what you say can be done in your reports. Otherwise, you may find yourself also lacking.
Well, Giraffe would say that he has no interest in leading these people. As far as he can tell, the two current leaders are unsalvageable.
You'd like that?
But realistically, he's going to dress me down in a big way.
Mm-hmm.
Probably with a lot of threats and a whole lot of "you're a fucking idiot" involved in the conversation, pointing out where my insane ramblings were not a true representation of the facts, and that I missed significant amounts of evidence that may perhaps have changed my mind or at least led me in a different direction. And I guess after over maybe an hour, he comes back with a "do better" or something along those lines.
And the fact that Don considers them family.
Yeah, but you consider everybody family, so that really means nothing.
He says at the moment, at the moment with your actions, he doesn't consider you family. The way you're acting is his final threat.
Out of the family.
Yes, Ariadna.
The player wants to know, does Thea go Sith if she just kills Giraffe? Because at this point, if she heard this conversation, Giraffe to her is a waste of her time, and she'd just be better off killing him, and then her life will be easier.
And he does say that Giraffe has almost bounced himself all the way back to Foundling. Apparently he didn't learn the lessons of his elders while he was younger.
Boot camp.
But there is chances he can redeem himself if he can get the other apprentices to give a favourable review of his actions in regards to dealing with the other family members that he is currently travelling with.
You mean Akori?
At this point,
Akori,
probably
yeah,
Giraffe doesn't say anything. He just looks into the camera at Dom.
And also says if he can't manage to get a favourable report from the two apprentices travelling with you, you may find your clan status removed.
Okay, Dom nods. Sorry, Dom nods.
He does.
Giraffe nods.
And he says it would be a shame if it came to that, because he does say you have shown promise, and Starwing himself has taken an interest in your progress. So Starwing has requested that we give you a chance.
So that's the founder.
The founder himself has requested.
dragon.
Yep. Plus, he also says, well, hey, worst comes to worst, he could always eat you. I'm sure that would be a high honor.
Die like a warrior, get eaten by a dragon.
Giraffe is just looking at Dom at the moment. Probably thinking quite hard.
Yep. And he says he can see the cogs turning. The noise is coming through the channel quite clearly. Maybe if you actually think for a change, you might actually advance in the clan. Your teachers have commented many a time that you would act without thinking, think without knowledge, and basically alienate those you work with.
So basically, do a Donald Trump.
Please, we've got one in the real world. We don't need one even in fantasy world. I come to these games to get away from that shit.
Well, Giraffe is just looking at Dom.
And Dom also adds that he has received a favourable report from Thea that says that you are actually listening to her now. And he'd like to see that continue.
Well, I've given him a mission.
Mm-hmm. So I'm not going into the details, just saying that was what he was saying to Giraffe.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Okay, so that would be how the call ends with a do better.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't as bad as I thought it might be, but it's still pretty bad.
You also note down that your clan privileges has also been revoked.
I have no idea what that means.
You don't get to call yourself a Mandalorian until you get it back again.
You won't get armor either.
Okay. I mean, my arm's not with shit, so that's not really a downside.
You would get an upgrade, normally.
That's all right. That's okay.
Because we all hand down our armor to people who come up so that they can then upgrade.
But hey, you managed to actually not get kicked out of the clan after ripping all the people who were training you to pieces.
No, I only did it to two of them. What are you talking about? The talent and the leader types. I mean, the people who actually train me, I like them. They're doing a good job.
Yes, but they're
All I
also...
can say is...
Go ahead.
All I can say is no disruptor pistol for you.
I'll buy my own. I mean, come on. It's no big deal.
With what money?
Exactly. I just need to earn more money.
Just win the lottery, duh.
You do realise clan privileges equals you don't earn anything right now. You work for free.
We'll see. We'll see how that works out.
We are banned from the casino currently.
That's true.
Hey, if I walk in without my armor, we'll see how bad I am.
Okay. So, it's now morning after you guys had discovered the ransacking of both your ship and your apartment.
During the nighttime, they had given Kayana the, I guess, again, I want to get on to, like, more things, but, Kayana was meditating with both lightsabers during that time. Did she get anything, or we haven't gotten anything yet?
Getting to know you, getting to know about you.
Well, hey, both of them seem to feel like they have a connection to you.
Part of that meditation will just be getting familiar with that connection.
Dun dun dun.
Okay, so it's like she can kind of feel the connection, but not any clear pathway of what choices mean quite yet.
And unlike a weapon that you have built yourself, these weapons aren't yours.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't build it yourself, it doesn't have the same connection.
Yep.
Though you can develop a connection to something,
Mm-hmm.
but it normally means you've modified it or customized it to your preferences.
Yeah, these two were established sabers, and so they're not even in like Mandalorian type thing. It's not one that I'm familiar with. I'm learning a weapon's history through interacting with it more than building myself. Same with sabers. Like sabers, they do need to be individually made to be truly yours.
Question.
Yep.
And I'm just not sure if I'm remembering right. In order to make them her own to a degree, would she? Is there a point where you could take the kyber crystal out and then put it into a new handle, or will the kyber crystal always belong to the weapon that it was in?
You can change the kyber crystal out. You can also reuse the same kyber crystal elsewhere. Eventually, the kyber crystal may see her as the someone it wants to work with.
And you can only do that by meditating with it, and through meditation eventually develop enough of a connection that the kyber crystal actually decides to communicate with you. But it's kind of like fostering kids, for lack of a better word.
There are three ways of getting a kyber crystal to work with you. The first one is you make it.
Yep.
A made kyber crystal doesn't really have a personality.
Yeah.
He just basically works with whoever connects with it.
Artificial kyber crystal.
Mm-hmm. Then you have the one that you find in the wild because it called out to you.
Yep.
And then you have the one that you have claimed from someone else that seems to connect to you at some point. So the Sith, when they have kyber crystals, usually create or bleed someone else's, so they make a connection with someone else's lightsaber crystal.
That sounds rough.
It is. They basically pour hate into the blade until it changes color.
Wow. So if Kayana wanted to connect with these blades more quickly, what is the accepted way to facilitate that?
Is basically use the lightsaber, keep it with you, and basically it may or may not make a connection at some point.
So would I do some training with her, with the lightsabers, so that she can get used to handling them?
You would already have done so.
The red one, I'm thinking. Sorry, should have clarified.
Probably not, because you're not wanting to bring that out at this stage unless there's a need.
Yep.
You would work very similar to the other blades she has.
Just keep them with you, keep them secret, keep them safe. And, don't form with another ring and an eye in the middle of nowhere. Sorry.
But shiny jewelry! Just kidding.
No one kids about shiny jewelry.
Okay, so the other thing you had was you were planning on getting details about the banking system so you can build your hack.
Yes, that's right, we were.
Once I can actually find the page relating to it, that would all be good.
It's for Cloud City Central Bank is the one that we need to look into.
Yep, I've got 2 pages that deal with it, and I found 1 page and can't find the other.
How is this?
Because I was reading through it earlier and I went, hey, I gotta remember that one.
Yeah. So for anybody who wasn't there or doesn't remember, we had 2 confirmations. So money is being transferred by Cloud City Central Bank, and the auction is being held at Cloud 9. So we have a plan already with the museum. We're essentially consulting security there. Our next step is getting a slicer program into the bank, and also then doing more research on Cloud9.
And that's assuming that you got the correct details, because they did tell you that they provided false details to a bunch of people.
Exactly. So this is the details that the museum curator gave us, and that he very blatantly gave false details to different people just to find where leaks are. And he brought us in a little bit as a desperation sort of thing, but at the same time, hey, but I am very secure. I run a very secure thing. I want you to consult on this. These are the details. I may not be telling the full truth.
Okay. So yes, Brum Brum has been spending time working on the code, but he needs information from the bank. And I believe one of you had set up a meeting with the bank to give you a chance to get in there and examine stuff from the inside. Not guaranteed getting access to the computer systems. But hey, I'm sure opening a account at the branch will give you a lot of details. So who was going to open the account so you can start learning about banking on Cloud City?
I think it would make sense for Brum to open an account. You know, as star racer, he needs to put his winnings somewhere. And Durath as our second pilot, you know, potential second winner as well. I think those two taking points on this would make sense, while the rest of us continue ahead. Maybe a Corey as a talkie person with them, while the other three run background security. Like, we're with them, is what I'm saying, but like they do most of the talk with the people.
Sure. Sounds good.
Cloud City Central Bank.
Yep.
Okay, you have a midday appointment.
Is it close to midday now, or is it?
We'll say you did work on something during the day, and you head over there, and you can probably go back and do more work later.
Yep. Okay, so myself, Durath, and Corey will walk into the bank and meet whoever the person is that the appointment was made with.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you managed to get in and get an appointment with one of the managers of the bank. But as you're there to meet with them, you find that you are actually meeting with someone different, a security consultant by the name of Lobot.
A security consultant. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, have we met Lobot before, or did we like hear about Lobot?
You heard about Lobot.
Lobot works for Lando,
He
right?
does.
Lobot is Lando's second in charge.
He is, which is why he's a security consultant.
The one with the robot brain?
Yeah.
It is him.
Uh-huh.
Greetings. We are here for our appointment for setting up bank accounts.
He says, sit, here are the fields. He starts showing fields up on the screen. Enter details. He has this very abrupt manner where he doesn't seem to be caring about anything other than the information.
Right. Before I fill out the form, I'm Misa guessing like other banks on Naboo. You guys have a app on your holo scanner to access bank account?
He says no, he talked them out of having an app because of security risk.
Alright, damn it. Okay, that's Misa says that's frustrating. Okay, so I will begin filling out the form.
Okay.
Beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop. Filling out form.
Yes, you have no problem filling out the exceedingly excessive amount of forms that he has put in front of you.
And Misa hit submit on form and
Okay. Did you blatantly lie in any of them?
no, Misa tell the truth. Misa honest. Misa need bank account for winnings. That was what it asked for justification, so Misa put justification in.
Okay.
My teammate also needs to set up a bank account, and
So which was the teammate that came in with you?
Jurath. And a Corey is with us as well.
I will ask while that is happening, like, Thea, Carlid, and Kayana are at the bank with them but not in the meeting. In all of this hubbub, is there anything that they can visually see that talks about the security or anything that they will be able to perceive while this meeting's going on? I'm okay for that question to wait while you're working on stuff with Mike and Will.
I believe it would be a skullduggery check for someone to figure out what sort of security arrangements that you can see visibly, and then there'll also be a computer check from the people getting their accounts set up.
Misa would suggest look for a big banner on the wall that says security protocols and pay attention to that. You never know.
Your money's secure.
You never know. Wouldn't be the first. Wouldn't be the first time that something like that has happened, but
our privacy policy is posted on the walls.
yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yep.
That's probably where I would probably have Carla doing a skullduggery check as we are very casually waiting for our friends in the meeting.
Okay, so what is Carla's skullduggery?
3 Yavin.
Do you wish to upgrade? There are 2 upgrade points.
No.
Is someone assisting you while you're out there?
Hold on, yes, sorry, I couldn't get my mic. Yes, I have 1 yellow, 2 green, 2 blue, so I think I just add 2 blue if I helped him.
Well, technically you would add a blue for helping him because he's the one doing it.
Okay.
Either that or you do it and I can give.
Technically, if Kayana was doing it, you would end up with the second blue because Khalid would be adding his skill to your ability.
Got it. Okay. We could do it that way. Carlos okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I don't have any enhancements for skullduggery.
Okay.
And Sparrow be like, Sam, watch your back.
Sorry, who am I watching back, self?
So Mike gets to roll for you, unless you want me to
Yes.
Carlin
No.
and Kayana. You guys are in the
Lobby.
yes, thank you. I was going to say the main room. The lobby of the bank, trying to find info about the bank security.
I think we can probably feed on to you guys, hopefully.
Oh, Christ on a bike. Why are you not here?
Am I not there to absorb all the bad stuff?
Overrolling?
It's like Christ on a bike.
What did you get?
They
wow.
got a failure, a net failure, and 3 advantages.
They feel really good about it.
So
Is this where, since Thea's watching their back, Thea actually turns around and goes, "Don't do it that way"?
well, Thea could attempt a skullduggery check instead.
I would like to, having realised that my skullduggery is insane in comparison to what I thought it was. It's not insane, but I'm just like, shit, where did I get 2 yellow and 2 green?
Not too bad.
That's because you've already got a cunning of 4.
Well, look, last I knew, my skullduggery was nothing.
And the 3 advantages can be put forward as a boost for the next check and a boost to Thea.
Sure.
So 2 yellow, 2 green. And
2
what
blue.
else are we looking
2
at?
blue.
2 blue.
Do you wish to
Yes,
upgrade to the check?
Yes, and we are the people distracting the security.
There's
I don't
3.
think we got enough.
There's 3.
There's 3. I think, is this if we don't make it, we're gonna break it?
Well, it just means it might be harder to break in.
Well, look, I'll upgrade as long as nobody objects.
Your choice.
I think go for it.
How many purple am I, red, sorry, am I
So
looking at?
there is 1 red and 2 purple because the check has already been done once. Every time the check's been done, it will upgrade automatically.
Oh, look, I didn't just get you an armchair tray, I got you a dice tray as well. That's 3 threat, 1 blank.
Yep, Kesley's not here to absorb the bad.
1 advantage, 2 blanks.
And you went off of me for crappy rolls.
2 success and an advantage. So all up, if the threats are counting out the advantages, I've got 2 success and 1 threat.
Okay.
Can I take that as strain? Because I'm concentrating so hard? It hurts my brain. I feel like that's a real life thing. It should be a role-playing thing.
Well, they can put you down as 1 strain at this stage.
Thank you. Because I know that's your discretion.
Okay, so having a look around, you do see that most of the security is in the door. They don't seem to have cameras pointing at people inside the building.
Okay. Is this good knowledge? Is
Well,
this what the group were after?
Well, it means you're doing a physical security check.
Okay, cool. Yep. See, I was in the bathroom. I walked out and it's like, Thea, watch your back. And I'm like, I don't know what we're doing. Alright, so...
And it seems the banking droids are accessible from this area past the main door.
I make friends with the banking droids.
It asks for your account number.
Do I have an account here?
No, the others were creating one.
Ah, right. Can I have your help creating an account here, please?
Yes.
I introduce coffee to the banking droid.
It gives you a scheduled appointment
When is my scheduled appointment?
within 10 minutes.
10 minutes. I can do 10 minutes. I'm not going to try and bribe the banking droid. I think that will get me in trouble. But Thea loves droids, so she's like, I'll wait.
Okay, and inside the thing, we will have Brum Brum doing a a computers check, because it's Shadowrun that has to split up the computers.
Right.
No. Confusing Star Wars and Shadowrun.
What is his computers?
4 yellow, 2 green, 2 blue, and disabling dice.
Wait a minute.
Please hold a moment.
I'm just pretending I'm Kesley.
For
I'm like a bad representation of Kesley, but I'm sitting next to you,
on
right?
computers.
It's essentially the same thing.
Eye for detail. No.
I don't have your charisma, charm, or intelligence, but, you know, a physical body in physical space,
Gain a boost.
maybe.
Dice.
Maybe that'll affect it. We'll see.
Computers. Code breaker.
Trying to use some dice juju.
Except these chairs are really uncomfortable.
Yes. Hence why I'm sitting on the cushion.
We'll be replacing the chairs when we leave.
Technically, you also get, based on your abilities.
Oh, you got all the dice.
Yep. And what?
I was gonna say-
Would you like to upgrade your check?
No.
Just a second. Lucky dragon breath.
Need some sage. Sage to burn. Oh god.
Anything before I sit down, Martin?
Well, at least there was some more explosions than last time.
At least the red one was blank.
Yes.
A blank red is...
I would say that's fairly successful.
I was going to say it's all good dice, so yeah. You did a really good job.
The dragon blowing on it worked.
And your impersonation of Kesley worked.
Apparently, yeah.
I don't think I could impersonate Kesley. I was just
Okay, so that was
filling in.
10 net successes with 4 advantages.
There you go.
Okay, so
fairly successful.
I would like to say it was the dragon blowing on the dice.
Fairly successful.
The representation of Starwing.
I'm going to agree there. That was Starwing blowing things into our favor because apparently the dice were really on the dark side tonight, so it was helpful.
okay, so you start talking computer speak with Lobot. And he seems the most animate he's been the entire time because, hey, he doesn't really care about other things, but he'd been brought in to make sure you behaved. Apparently you have a reputation.
It's an amazing reputation. Mesa continues talking ones and zeros.
And he does sort of say that Lando doesn't trust you next to a computer.
Lando doesn't trust him. Aw, that's a compliment.
Wow.
Right?
And Mesa asks Lobot has the bank upgraded its ciphers? We are doing some security work for the whatever the museum is called.
Museum, yeah.
And we identified that they had not upgraded their banking their security encryption. Sorry, not banking encryption. And it was as that has many expensive and culturally
significant artifacts?
Whoosy Watsits, yes. Has the bank upgraded its security encryption?
He says that they will be updating it at the end of the month as usual. Assuming that the courier arrives with the upgrade. But being an Imperial courier, who knows?
Uh-huh.
Sometimes the upgrade costs too much.
I see. I'm trying to think what else I can do.
You can ask if this is a monthly thing that happens.
Yes. How often does the bank maintain their security policy?
So as well, the patching is done on a monthly basis when the banking system gets an update from the banking plans.
Mm-hmm.
Very few people use other software because, hey, it's very hackable.
I see. That's that's kind of similar schedule to the museum that the museum uses.
Same career.
Same career. Oh, there we go.
Because the Empire only sends one out.
Right. Okay, that explains that.
Would you expect the Empire to send out more than one courier to a dinky, out-of-the-way place such as this?
Well, I mean, if they're getting paid, I suppose they would, but
They get paid whether they come here or not.
right. Okay, fair enough.
And they can get away with a complaint that they didn't show up that month with, I must have slipped off my list.
Well, I mean, these things happen.
Is there any reason why they couldn't just take over and do their own updates, I presume?
Well, they've got to have the update to do it.
I see.
The courier drops the update off, they then apply it because they don't transmit it because they're not allowed to transmit it.
Right.
It's
Okay.
considered too much of a security risk to transmit it.
I just feel like if I was in this city and in this bank, I might just outsource it to someone local and just do it myself. But
So it happens at the end of the month, and where are we in the
Yeah.
month?
And
are
where's
we
the
on
race?
day 11,
day 11 of the month? Okay.
and the race is
the following month.
okay.
Next
cool.
month. Okay. Okay. No problem. Security something.
You do think that you could potentially bribe the messenger to not stop here.
And
That
be
would,
to
so I was gonna say, like, that's definitely the pathway that I'm seeing that Lobot, like, in his excitedness talking about computers, kind of gave out the information that that's our pathway in.
That's a pathway.
a pathway.
It's a pathway in.
Yeah.
But from what Kai can see, that is the pathway in that she sees so far.
And who
Though with your successes, you believe that Lobot has just baited you.
who does the security updates on?
It says he does all the security updates.
He does all the security updates.
Takes him no time at all.
I see.
So when you say Lobot just baited him,
He gave him a potential vulnerability.
right?
And the other potential vulnerability. Oh God, I hate saying that word. Vulnerability is him.
He's the biggest vulnerability because
Yes.
he has access to all the systems.
Yes.
But he has a reputation of not accepting bribes.
Well, I mean, doesn't necessarily need to be bribed.
Does he have other weaknesses?
Well, I mean, kidnap him and or assassinate him and that would solve that issue.
There could be nicer ways to.
Well,
to
I mean,
not bribe him.
with just spitballing ideas.
You
Didn't say that.
All ideas are valid. It doesn't mean they're good.
Yeah,
You- you could-
exactly.
You could find out he has a love of something weird and specific, and you might be able to find said weird specific thing, and he might not see that necessarily as a bribe because it's something that he loves that is weirdly specific, and you could give it to him as a gift. And then while he's fascinated with his weird specific thing, say plants or whatever it is, or cookies, or I don't know. My brain is obviously
dragon
just,
figurines.
yeah, dragon figurines. My brain is obviously not able to think outside its own little obsessive box. But he might be so busy admiring said thing that he leaves his system wide open for you to work on.
So the courier delivers it to him.
And you believe he has a constant connection with the city computer system.
Right. Okay.
Probably multiple computer systems in the city.
Mm-hmm.
So a vulnerability can be sending a spike his way.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a good chance if an alarm does go off, it'll go to him.
Right. And there's no app to remotely access the bank.
He said
the bank account.
He says he had disabled all remote access.
Right. Well, that eliminates that.
It's a small city, he says. People can walk.
Do you know how painful walking is? No.
He says yes. That's why he implemented the security model.
Right.
So who's with Bumble?
Me, Durath, and Corey. Can a Corey think of a way to get any more information out of Lobot?
Is he on mute?
Sorry, I'm here now.
No, that's
You
alright.
put out for a bit.
Can you think of a way using either
Streetwise, maybe?
charm or coercion or streetwise?
I might charm. Charm might work, maybe, potentially. I have a pretty good charm.
Can you charm? Is this a droid?
He's like a cyborg.
Cyborg, yes.
The cyborg part might have a little bit of we might have a little bit of issues there.
Just see if the aircon was on auto.
Right.
But charm can be used to persuade another to make a special exception.
Yeah.
So I reckon charm.
Yep. What's your...
2 yellow, 3 green, 2 blue.
2 yellow. 2 yellow. 3 green.
So do you wish to take 2 strain to make that 4 yellow?
No.
Really?
Oh, maybe. Wait, how much strength do I have? Hold on 1 second.
You would have 14 maximum.
Sure. Sure, I will do that then.
Okay. If you want to upgrade, you can. There's 3 white. Your choice.
No, I'm not gonna upgrade.
Okay.
Okay.
And what are we against? 48 red.
Don't forget to get the dragon to glow on them.
Oh, can't do that yet.
Yeah,
He hasn't put the bad ones in. Yeah.
There we go.
Alright, we'll see if this works.
See how many despairs you can roll in one time. See if you go for a record. 4 despairs.
Because otherwise you have to do the dragon work.
Fair enough.
Not so bad.
None, but boom!
I see a triumph there.
There was a triumph at least.
Yes.
Any successes?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
There is one net success, one net failure and a triumph. So you got a triumph.
Alright, so I have to do the dragon.
So, I mean, he was. I think I hit the robot side of the brain when my charms. So.
Okay, so Lobot does say he will be keeping an eye on you. Obviously, you have a thing for tech.
So, is this where Jurith comes in and saves the day?
Probably.
Isn't he good at everything?
Of course. But he's just standing there watching.
He doesn't want to show the rest of these guys how to do it.
No, he's prepared to just stand there and watch the great broom room, and the rest of you try your best.
We're not in the Khalid, Kayana, and they are somewhere else.
I mean, that could be put on like an offender registry or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
The other three are in the main hall.
Okay, so we're in different rooms.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're on a security watch list.
Mm.
Well, the other four actually. Yes. So there's three in here, and you do notice that Akori has been put onto a list of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
Count has been flagged for Lobot's attention.
Mm-hmm.
You believe every transaction will go through him.
It better be a list of top 10 hottest people in Cloud City.
I love that.
Somehow I think not, but I kind of wish it was so.
It's you get extra security check on your accounts.
Well, that means they won't get hacked.
Good thing that I won't be making the transactions,
And hey, every time you want to pay for something through that account, you might have to add in 3 or 4 levels of authentication.
Yep. Fair enough.
Have to 2-factor authenticate every transaction.
Yep.
No pass and go.
Well, it means it's secure.
No, it just means the banks have more of your information verified. So when they get hacked, the hackers will know more about you. I'm not cynical, I promise.
Mm-hmm. And you do see that Lobot has requested a background check on Akori.
I see that robot from Futurama making squinty eyes at Akori.
God,
Bender.
That's it, there you go.
Yep.
I feel like this is accurate. Just waiting on Lobot to say, "Bite my shiny little ass."
Yeah.
But hey, on the bright side now, you've gotten Lobot as a person who's going to follow Akori's future for quite some time.
That may not be a good thing. That may be an excellent thing.
Has Lobot having his attention elsewhere? Like, at the end of the day, Lobot is still just, while a person with a computer in their head is still just one person, and that is a vulnerability in and of itself.
All I've got to say, it's all Kesley's fault for not being here to blow on the dice.
Yep.
Alas.
I'm living in Lobot's head rent-free, baby.
Yeah. I mean, so that was definitely the failure. Was there anything from the triumph you were going to tell, or
That was
it?
the triumph was he got Lobot's attention.
The triumph is I'm living in his database rent-free.
If it was a success with a triumph, it would have been he has a positive attention, but it's a failure with a triumph, so it's negative attention.
Yep, fair. Totally fair. Okay.
Whereas if it had been a despair, it would have probably been complete dismissal and may have lost his account.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we know the security update will happen at the end of the month. We
It's,
know
it's supposed to happen at the end
so
of the
it's
month.
supposed to happen at the end of the month. We know that he's the one that gets it, and he's the one that does it.
And you do know Lando is extremely bribable.
And there is that as well. Okay.
I've got to get out my gold credit card.
Or maybe some of your rare capes.
Have you three found anything?
I don't know.
In
Where
the-
are we up to?
The rest of the bank.
They found a few vulnerabilities that if you get into the bank, you should be safe to work on the droid because there doesn't seem to be any active security inside. The security is on the entryway and outside.
And after our 10 minutes, do we just create an account? Do we need to do anything through creating an account?
Well,
Is there a
you
goal?
end up having to sit with Lobot and go through the whole process.
I'll use all of my robot, my charm on Lobot with Coffee's assistance.
Whilst so those three are now in the room and we're out in the lobby.
Yeah.
Okay. Whilst you three are out in the lobby, can I use? Because I'm actually going to remember to use it. Can I use my contraption ability to pull a MacGyver?
What MacGyver would you like to try to make?
Paperclip, safety pin.
And blue tack and
Gaff tape.
bit of gaff tape and a bit of belly button lint. Because that's always
Whose
what's required.
belly button lint?
I don't know.
I feel like it should be your own.
Oh,
It feels
fine.
really personal.
Fine. I would like to pull the MacGyver and hack the robot that
In view of everyone?
well, I mean, it's pulling a MacGyver. It's once per game. I can fashion a device to solve a current problem.
You potentially could. And then they spend the next month going, hey, what's wrong with this droid? And go, hey, we'll just memory wipe it.
Poor droid. Did you want to save your MacGyver for something else in the session?
All right, fine.
If you had just gotten into the place and you needed to do the hack, that would be the time you could have done the MacGyver to do stuff.
Right. Okay.
But at this stage, it's not a droid given personality.
Right. Fine. Okay.
So you'd expect it would be memory wiped potentially once a week, if not nightly.
Fair enough. All right. Well,
In this case, it's treated like a slave because they don't want it to mess with people's accounts.
I feel like I want to join in the underground Free the Droids movement on Cloud City, but
So a free droid running the banking system here would mean you'd probably lose everything you own if you put it into a bank.
I don't own anything here, so I feel like it's a win-win situation for me.
Alright, well, in that case, we'll continue looking for security vulnerabilities while they're in the room creating an account.
I'm going to say you had the experts in each one beforehand looking at it. You do concur with what they said, even though there could have been other things you picked up.
What are we doing, by the way?
You were creating the account, seeing if you could see any system vulnerabilities while you were
Right.
creating the account.
I see, yep.
But you did have the head of security basically sitting there with you, making it possible.
Can I distract and charm the head of security while Carla has a go?
Not as easy because
Is this a GM point where you're like, you've
I
done
mean, be my guest. But I don't think.
You'll end up on a watch list.
You could join me on the hottest
Yeah.
people in Cloud City registry.
whereas if you
I think it's a hat on a hat.
if you failed without a triumph, you would probably lose your account
So
and get
this is
kicked
a
out.
GM moment of you created your account, move on. Yeah, that's all I need to know.
Okay, so
I'm so desperate for friends in real life, I try to make them with robots and cyborgs in RPG.
So I think the thing that I would point out as I'm like checking everything is like we set up this appointment to make an account, and that in itself flagged for Lobot to become involved. And so, like what was pointed out, Lobot is connected into multiple different systems, and so that's something that anything we are doing, we have to assume that Lobot is going to see it in some way.
Would that be for our account or just...
At this stage, he's focused on the quarry, but he's probably now got a heads up about you guys.
Okay.
Yes.
Even though we came as separate groups.
He had identified that you were together.
Oh, okay. Alright.
He has met us as a group together before.
Okay.
So, and it's not surprising considering Lando had flagged you guys as troublemakers.
So
What?
we assassinate him.
I have the cape collection. How can I be a troublemaker?
Because you have more capes than him.
I don't
That's
think
just
that's
trouble.
possible.
Now, if you were to give him some of your very nice capes, he may be able to look a different way.
I feel like you've only made this suggestion because you won't lose any capes in this deal.
Who knows? I only got like a really cool, nice cape and then like a regular cape that I wear, so.
Okay, so I would say after you finish at the bank, there is a montage of repair, computer work, drinking, dancing.
Before you're definitely not drinking.
Okori not
The
drinking in
month,
front of the others. So does Okori still sneak drinks while others aren't around?
Nah, he's changed. He's changing. He's that weird, trippy drink that he experienced that he got from the other guys that I drink. He's changed his ways.
It's a turning point.
Yeah, the development.
Okay, and it seems that almost everywhere Okori goes during that montage of 9 days, Bestman's security guard is within sight.
They're just checking out number 7 on the top 10 hottest people in Cloud City.
Well,
List, you know.
they're not looking your way, but they're always somewhere in the room or street or... But they're the obvious wearing the blues of the security guards. So what is Okori? So we've got Okori doing some. What is Vroom Vroom doing besides the computing and building
And all the other shit. I know at some point soon I will need to go to the warehouse / hangar to finish working on the ships before the race. So I know I'm going to do that at some point.
We may do some roles between sessions to represent that, so we don't spend most of the time doing it.
So I will, I guess, start working on a hack to try and break into the banking system.
Well, you had started on it. You just needed the information.
Oh, right. Okay. Yes. All right. Well, I will
be working on
continue working on
spending half your day on computing and half your day on mechanics.
Yes.
So what is Okori doing during that time? Is Okori doing the flight training?
Yeah, yes, he is. The gunnery training. And the flight training.
How about Jurath?
I don't know. Depends what Broom Room's getting you to do.
I
Room's in the bathroom.
believe he was getting you to do flight training last time.
Okay. Well, if that's what he still wants me to do, then that's what I will be doing.
Because you're about to race. Okay, so what is Carla doing?
Kyla is unmuted, but audio wasn't coming through, so just try again.
I'm just trying to think of.
Yeah.
Well, I could. Well, we've got 2 ships, so I could assist in docking the other one. But
So spending some time doing the recondition.
So we got a description of this Force user.
Yes, so the description of the Force user is older woman, white hair. I've given you pictures of her, or at least pointed her out when she's been on the media, like scene background type of thing. As far as characters are aware, we don't have a name associated to the Force user directly, so that's what the characters know. And that is kind of it. Like, I just give a general visual description of her being an older, tall, human, female, white hair. That's it.
Suspected lightsabers.
Wore a hood in some of the direct communication, but outside of that seems to stick to the shadows or outskirts, but knows everything about where we are.
Okay, so you're spending most of your montage doing reconditioning for Carlu. How about Theo?
There's at least one visit to her best new friend. Check in on how she's going, just to make sure the best new friend is recuperating well. And an offer to help her with her physio and to get into training. When she's ready. Read her the news if she still can't read. And make polite but nosy conversation.
Okay, so and
outside of that, I would be doing some research into the museum and also trying to locate exactly where Death Watch is. And trying to set up surveillance, or at least establish where they are so that we can set up surveillance.
okay, so what is Kayana doing during that 9 days of montage?
Oh, we've got 9 days. Yeah, definitely surveilling. Doing stuff at the museum and the Death Watch.
Yeah, probably would be doing, again, probably gunnery training alongside Corey, working on backup pilot skills, and then also would be kind of just like double checking the news for any reports coming through, keeping an eye out for that, primarily for the Force user, and then during nighttime, downtime, just sitting with the 2 lightsabers. Her approach would be more about learning their weight and use without actually turning them on, or just kind of like sitting with them until she can kind of get to know them from, you know, like when you hold a piece of machinery, like kind of like getting to know it from the more mechanical side of things. And in turn will start thinking more as she's sitting with them, more about use and fulfilling mission. Would be kind of like what she would think about as she sits and meditates with them. About, you know, everything has a mission, everything has a purpose, and that's kind of where she starts with. And I would say that's probably where she starts with for now. You know, it might adjust as time goes on, but that's where her mind would first go to as the first instinct.
Yeah.
I remembered things, so when there's opportunity.
You wanted to do.
I needed to check in on the Ugnaughts, and they're maintaining up all the droids that I've asked them to maintain. And I did want to try to investigate where the Force user might be based on where we've seen her on TV and stuff.
Okay, so.
I want to try and get a feel for her.
And what was the first one you said there?
Ugnaughts and the droids. I asked the Ugnaughts to maintain and upgrade all my droids. I think I've got a nav droid on the ship. I think there's 2 ship droids.
Well, because this is a montage, that means that you don't actually get to roleplay it. It's
No,
in
no.
the background.
No, well, as I
And
said.
anything you put into this bit, you're not roleplaying, it's just you've done in the background.
Okay, so if I wanted to do roleplay with the Ugnaughts, I need to leave it out. I don't.
If you want to actually have it as a scene you're doing, you'd then look to do it later.
Okay, but this is 9 days of things that we're doing.
9 days of just catching up on
Yeah.
stuff.
All the things. I have ADHD. Remember, I don't need to sleep. There's coffee for that, right?
Okay, so it's now day 20 of the month, and Kayana gets a comm on an old frequency.
Ooh, interesting.
Is it Morse code?
Okay. Yeah, I will receive her.
Okay, so it does seem to have a location on Bespin for you to meet someone.
Okay. With this, is it literally just coming through as like location meet here, or does it have any type of audio or direction with it?
No audio at all, just text. Location, meet here.
Hang on. Please hold. Please hold.
Okay.
Please hold.
Based on receiving this, it is on an old channel. The channel itself, does that have any meaning to me?
Well, it was dating back to you being a sector ranger.
Okay.
Not that you've
So-
been using that for quite some time.
Yeah.
Me as a player would like to specify.
It's a trap! It's a trap!
That's Admiral Akbar saying it's a trap.
Yeah. Very much so.
I was just like, oh my god, perfect time.
Yeah, no, that's 100% what it is. So, it's meet at this location at this time on an old comms channel that used to be used when we were Sector Rangers.
And probably,
No, surely.
probably would also be a note saying "come alone."
Do you
No.
at least tell somebody where you're going?
I'm not going! like, let's keep that clear. Even though somebody's telling me to meet them there, like, I'm not gonna do it. So, like, I think as I receive this, see what it says, can kind of tell where it's coming from, it definitely 100% feels like full on a trap, you know, is what it is. This is where I will share it with the team, but I will share that I have also not made any decision thus far So it's not that I'm saying we are all going. I'm not saying that I'm going alone. I'm not saying that we are ignoring this completely. I'm going to sit with this until we can get further information on more, and I can get a better understanding of what would be required going further. So, in comparing that time to where we are now, is that like in an hour? Is it in like 3 days? When is it?
It seems to be in about an hour.
Okay, fair
And
enough.
at the same time, you get a strange feeling,
Yeah.
sort of
Okay.
like cold and shiver everywhere.
Yeah.
Something tells me Inquisitor.
Mm,
But look,
could be.
just that's just me.
Could be a good call.
It's a trap.
Yeah.
So, how long would I need to travel to it? Is this a decision I need to make right now?
You could potentially get there in about 10-20 minutes, depending on how you travel.
Okay. Well, then I
especially
would
for
like.
jetpack.
Okay. Well, then I would like to sit with Thea and meditate on this decision. While others, I would want them to start preparing for full team backup as a possibility. So sharing that with the team, saying that this is what's happened, this is my direction right now. No decisions have been made thus far, but I want to be prepared for all circumstances. So I share the location with everyone so that if anybody wants to do any type of security checking or anything for the area, they definitely can, but I would sit with Thea to think on the decision, sharing my feeling of old and dark feeling.
Okay, what is Kayana's sense skill?
None. I'm just kidding. I think this might be the first time I've used it.
That'd be right.
3 green, 1 blue, 3 white.
Since she's sitting with me, am I able to assist?
At this stage, it is something she's not controlling.
That's fine.
There are 4 white.
3 white.
No, as in tokens.
Oh, that's tokens. Yes, I would like to use a token upgrade, please.
I was gonna say, I don't know how to drag and blow on the dice from over here.
You would think with the amount of dragons you have in the household, it could just be like blowing down. How have you not put like dragon face on the aircon yet?
I've been hoping to move house for about 18 months to 2 years. So I haven't defaced any more of the house than I need to.
Christ on a bike.
Jazz wings! Sorry.
Jazz wings on it.
Got it.
Thank you, Calipers.
A star wing. Star wing.
Because there are
This is for our wing, this one, yes.
there are 5 red.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna
Calbrix
die.
is
It's
role
fine.
playing as Star Wing. I feel like she should get her own introduction.
Phew! No despair.
No despair. No,
Didn't get any success.
I was more concerned about not getting despairs because 5 reds there's
No, I get you.
a good chance,
I do get you.
but I don't know what white circles equal.
Okay, so you can spend 3 of your white circles to remove the 3 failures if you wish to.
Does that come at a cost using those, or is it just?
It does mean that you are force active for that time.
Which means all force users can
feel that.
locate you.
But what you said before, like, this kind of sense is coming to me and I'm not controlling it, right?
Yes, otherwise you might just be overwhelmed.
Yep, I am going to say that in that moment, then yes, take the 3 white to take away the 3 failures. That would be Kayana's instinct.
Okay, so as you get a flashback, you're back in that point where you were dealing with the Padawan, and you're able to actually sense the person who was traveling with you, tracking down the Padawan, which you didn't at the time.
Is that the Inquisitor?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that feeling you just had is the same. Is exactly
It's
the same.
thing.
You believe it's the same Inquisitor who has come looking for you.
Okay. Yeah. So this is one that I've worked with them before, and it definitely feels like the Inquisitor, essentially.
And they knew enough to send you a direct message.
Yeah.
That only means trouble.
Okay.
Considering you are still considered a fugitive from the Empire under that identity.
I am, yes. Okay.
And she goes by the name Seventh Sister.
Seventh Sister. All the fun.
Okay.
And I get accused of being the troublemaker.
Well, now you can, next introduction, you make sure that you make references to Kayana's need to get into it with Darksiders.
Yep.
And in the vision you have, she actually shoved the Force user away from you, so you were forced to kill her.
Got it. Yeah. Okay. There's something there. Well, I have an idea, but I have no idea how to do it.
Okay.
Well, you could just tell the GM and he could tell you.
How can I get the Jedi to know that that Seventh Sister is here, and Seventh Sister was the one that she wants revenge on?
That would be very hard because, hey, I'm sure she already knows she's here.
Exactly.
That may be a continuing of that final showdown you had.
Yeah.
Player question. Devil's advocate. What if the Seventh Sister is the adult parent of
I was going to say, I definitely
That's the
know
same person.
that's not true,
Right,
because
okay.
I was working with Seventh Sister
Seventh
as
Sister
we
was
both
hunting
chased
down
down
the Jedi.
the Padawan and Master.
Right, okay. All good.
Now, a lot of Inquisitors being turned Jedi, you are correct in that, but yeah.
And the also thing you got from that vision you had is that's how the Master got away.
Was it because she was fighting Seventh Sister, or because
the Seventh Sister basically diverted her concentration to hampering the Padawan, so you had a easy kill.
So did the Jedi Master technically abandon her own daughter?
That's part of the Jedi Code. They have
It
no
is.
attachment, which can completely screw
Then
them
how
up.
is she on a vengeance gig right now?
Because just because they're told to do that doesn't mean they cope with the fact that they've done what they've been taught to do.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah,
with her.
Obi-Wan.
That's between her and her religion, not us.
Sounds like Obi-Wan's whole deal. Okay.
And the thing is, the Master only left once the child was dead.
Yeah.
It's a trap.
So, okay. I'm, writing things down as I'm actively trying to think as well. So, I will share this with everyone, so everyone knows my feeling of, I believe that this is the Inquisitor, and I remember their title now. Their title is Seventh Sister. We've met brothers. We haven't met sisters as a team. Only a couple different brothers. But, you know, same deal. Same thing. Sharing out with the team along with the location, I will allow other people to give their comments on what they think is the best path forward as I write things down.
I interpret this as Kessler needs some time to write shit down.
Accurate. Write things down and also think. So I am open to, as Kayana is sharing this with the other characters, for other characters to get opinions.
If we get there early, lay out thermal detonators and...
Not thermal detonators as such.
Alright,
because,
fine.
One, we don't have them, and two, we don't want to blow up Cloud City before the race.
Good default lose because
Please
there's no race.
Don't look at me as if I'm ruining a good time.
No, it was just like, well, that was an idea. Didn't say it was a good idea, but
I have grenades, lots of different types of grenades. We could use some stun grenades.
I could make a contraption.
You could MacGyver some shit.
Mm.
With maybe my stun grenades and my other things.
I need some duct tape.
Mm-hmm.
Paperclip.
You've still got their belly button left.
Blue tack.
Isn't the banter tape here?
Some belly button lint. This twisty.
Twisty, yeah.
This one in particular because it kind of looks like a gun.
And Khaled's arm.
And
you need someone's
and,
body part.
And that guy's robotic leg. Why do you need his leg? I just need it. No. And yeah, I could build a stasis trap. Sure, let's call it that. A stasis trap which
It's so far, sure, stasis.
slowly transitions to one of those the carbonite crazy things.
A thing that makes carbonite.
That made Han go.
So it's carbonite trap.
Yes, there we go. I don't know why I came out with stasis because I was like the thing where Han was.
You want to freeze them in carbonite.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I know that the Inquisitors tend to move on their own and are representatives of the Empire. What would be the outcome were an Inquisitor to go missing on Cloud City? Especially seeing as there was a different one here not too long ago.
More Inquisitors would come.
Normally it would escalate.
Mm-hmm.
These bloody contraptions.
I think Broom Broom is subconsciously or not so subconsciously trying to bring about a direct or indirect meeting with Darth Vader himself.
That's not the goal.
That's kind of, when you're talking escalate, it means more Inquisitors will come, and then eventually it will be the second in line to Palpatine.
Fine, it doesn't freeze her. It
Look, if it freezes her, she's not dead.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sure. Let's do that.
Well, you believe the next step up is the Grand Inquisitor, before Vader, then the Emperor.
And you know,
Could be fun.
it could take time.
Could be fun.
I don't know. How does the group feel about trapping an Inquisitor?
I don't feel like it's a good idea.
Look, my plan is to kill her.
I don't feel like that's a good
The
idea.
Empire and with the crazy magic wizards. I feel like that's not a good idea.
You got a red lightsaber now. You can just pretend to be an Inquisitor.
I have
You
a
might
bad
find
feeling that
yourself.
this.
Sorry, what was that, Khaled?
He has a bad feeling.
And
Why do you guys want to kill her?
Inquisitor.
Yeah, it doesn't change the question.
Inquisitors kill us.
Really? Why do you believe that?
Experience.
Okay, that's again not an answer. Has anyone considered the fact that the master of the Padawan that was murdered or killed, let's go for killed, not murdered, perhaps the Inquisitors after that, Jedi or fallen Jedi, and they're using our glorious leader as bait.
Ariadne was talking as a player, not
Yes.
as
So
in that's what
so am I.
her character is not going to seriously kill the Inquisitor. So, yeah, I'm happy to leave it up to Kesley Kayana how that she deals with it. I think what everyone is thinking is that the Inquisitor wants to get Kesley Kayana on side to hunt this Jedi Master person down. Or they can sense that the Jedi has fallen and they want to recruit them as an Inquisitor.
But I feel like Durath's instinct is correct here, in that I do think the Inquisitor's goal is to use Kayana, given the leverage of the identity and information that the Inquisitor reached out on is known to the Empire, so I will be forced into this deal.
Blackmail.
I'm going to be blackmailed into this deal. To my own detriment. But it would get the Inquisitor to deviate a bit, but at the same time, that also means that if I were to not go, let's say like original instinct not going, it would be that the Inquisitor would come after us and kill us all very slowly. In working with this Inquisitor's aim is to torture, not completely end. So it would be more dangerous to ignore.
If the Inquisitor works out that you're force sensitive, and that Talon is also force sensitive, what is the outcome?
That's a good question. In meeting other Inquisitors, our experience has been showing a red lightsaber has shown loyalty to the Empire and has granted us a look the other way.
So, okay, if they know you, then are they likely to think, hey, this person's an Inquisitor? Or are they going to go, WTF? What the hell?
They would think...
Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, it's more likely that they will think, someone else who could walk the path.
So they would take you.
To potential recruit.
So they take you.
Sorry, Ariana, go ahead.
What will likely happen is similar to the confrontation which Durath was possibly not privy to, but probably heard from Garm in some form, was when we met the other Inquisitor on the ship that we were hijacking with the forearms. I managed to convince them that I was not necessarily an Inquisitor, but had a red saber and was working on behalf of the Empire, perhaps on my way to becoming an Inquisitor. I was working underneath an Inquisitor. And that is our best cover story, is you produce a red lightsaber and you say, I'm working for a different Inquisitor, and you just hope they can't check quick enough or that your charm is good enough that they believe you. Considering it's a seventh sister, you've got middling chance. Kayana probably doesn't have a huge amount of chance, but the fact that she's got a red lightsaber will do some of the heavy work for her. Because you just don't come across those easily.
Okay, if you think that'll work, then sure.
That's it has worked in the past.
I do think it is one potential pathway forward. But again, it's one potential pathway. In terms of Kayana going alone, as per the Inquisitor's instruction, the Inquisitor would be able to tell who is around. I think it is best that everybody comes with me and does surrounding point, but not necessarily like in the space with me, if that kind of makes sense.
Kind of like snipers.
Overwatch?
In a way, yeah. And it's one that, you know, if the Inquisitor picks up on that, like that's where Kyan is explaining, like you can see my hesitancy, and so I've asked my team to give us space, but they are aware of my location.
You can simply put it as, I'm not an idiot enough to have come alone.
Exactly. So, and it's one where, like, I would tell them, like, I know your power, I know what you can do. And so you can see why I wouldn't necessarily, like, it's not, I am alone, I am here alone, but I have people on standby. Close to me, basically.
Player question, what's my honest chances of stealthing to be nearby in case?
Pretty good.
I wouldn't encroach on the space, but want to be close enough.
And I would also say to Kesley, Kayana would know that this particular Inquisitor doesn't take kindly to reinterpretation.
Yeah, fair enough.
And even if it's as simple as correcting her, she's been known to kill those who correct her.
Yeah. So, okay. Alrighty.
So, together we're all gonna head over, play it by ear, and take up Overwatch positions?
This is where I'm gonna ask GM, is this one where Kayana would get the feeling that putting people on stealth nearby is a better option, or is it true that I should go alone? Based off Kayana's understanding.
The Seven Sister in particular doesn't sense her surroundings. She uses technology.
Okay.
So that's one thing you know about her.
Okay.
If her droids can't see you, then you're generally safe.
Okay. So that's what I will share with people, is I would want them stealthily hidden away to where they can't be sensed by droids.
And she's
or
normally,
easily
normally
scanned.
sent, and when she's sent in against an already identified Force user. So she's not there to identify a Force user, she's there to recruit or eliminate a Force user.
Yeah, as I said, she knows. She already knows.
Yeah.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is she can't sense Force users.
Oh, can't she?
She doesn't sense her surroundings. She
Okay.
uses technology to tell her stuff. And
So she wouldn't necessarily know that Kayana is force sensitive.
she would not, because she uses droids to do all her sensing.
So what do you mean when you say that she's there to recruit or eliminate?
You know there is another Jedi here.
Okay, so she's there to either recruit or eliminate the fallen Jedi.
And she's not the sort of person to leave things undone.
Okay.
Okay.
So she
So-
doesn't know.
Okay, so final call is asking the team to stealthily be in the surrounding, trying to avoid detection from droid sensors, and Kayana will meet with the Inquisitor, quote unquote, by herself.
How do you avoid droid sensors?
For the droid people to figure out. That's not a Kayana thing.
Pardon?
Because many droids have motion sensing, heat sensing, life sensing, tech sensing.
Yeah. Really depends on what type of droid it is.
And you do know that she uses ID9 Seeker droids, which are fantastic reconnaissance and observation units.
So there you go. That's the information you need. Whatever you need to do to avoid those, there you go. Then you can come along.
Alright, well, how about I use
Well,
my...
the other way is not to hide if it's in a public area. It's more just to blend in with the crowd.
Yeah, what time of day is it that Seventh Sister wants to meet?
She's wanting to meet you in probably about an hour after you've been at the bank.
Okay, so it's like midday-ish?
Yep.
And then the location itself, is it pretty populous or not very?
It's a what feels like a section number of the station.
Okay.
Again, it's a big station, so it could literally be anywhere.
Fair enough.
You could ask one of your computer people to tell you where it is.
Yep, I will look at somebody who's good at computers and tell them, look up the space and see if a lot of people hang out there.
Sure.
You're good enough to be able to say, I just do it.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, he brings up a maintenance hangar off the main thoroughfare. This is a hangar that seems to have been shut down due to some sort of catastrophic failure.
Okay, so people wouldn't just be chilling there unless they were maintenance.
Well, even maintenance has been told to steer clear of the area. It's listed as hazardous due to unstable equipment.
Yep. Okay.
Whether or not it's actually true or not.
Fair enough. Okay. I think this might be one where going ahead is the best call, and just having people on the outskirts, where outskirts end up being, is the best version. Just in terms of timeliness, getting things moving.
I would say Brum Brum identifies vents in the ceiling and in the walls that can be easy access, also with cover.
Easy. Well, then I will point Broom and the rest of the team to start organizing themselves to move into those spaces in whatever way is easiest for them. So, move into vents, move into spaces, do it so that you don't get caught. That is up for all of y'all to figure out. It's called delegation. Mark a true leader. I'm just kidding.
Okay. So what is everyone going to do while Kayane heads to the meet?
I will... so we're all going there, but we're just hiding. I will... I'll hide in... one of the wall cavities, which is tall enough for a short gungan.
I've got to try and scope out where would be the most advantageous spot to hide. That will be within close enough proximity if I need to.
Well, the
Yeah.
ceiling vent means that you could drop straight into the encounter.
Sounds fun. Ceiling vent for me.
I'm going to identify a good space, to hide in.
I'm already going the back ceiling vents.
Yeah. So I can get a little tactical layout of the thing.
Well, from what it looks as if most hangars aren't designed for tactical assault, but they normally only have 1 or 2 entry points, simply because it's supposed to save the rest of the station if something goes wrong.
Yep.
So where would Akori place himself?
Perhaps like a doorway or like just like sort of like behind whereby you can keep an eye out on.
So we're in this section of hangar.
Mm-hmm.
What does a hangar typically look like for people who can't imagine it?
Okay, so think big open space designed for things to land with generally maintenance vehicles or droids that will do the refueling and connecting. It would have some sort of elevator for goods to be transferred.
Is there, in this space, are there any vehicles or pallets of supply or anything like that that's been left?
You
where
won't
it
know
is?
until you get there.
Okay, well, I was just trying to help the other players imagine where they might hide. Like, Broom Broom thought of a war cavity. I guess if there's maintenance vehicles, maybe some players can...
It has been reported that the place is unsafe. So that's why it has been evacuated.
I didn't do that.
It has a mind of its own, I swear.
Thank you. It does.
So what does Akori want to do without knowing all the facts? You want to be near a door?
Yep.
You know how entrances have like the frames that you can sometimes hide around?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay, how about Khalid? Where would Khalid place himself? Hello, Ross.
How many access points are there in the base?
I would say that there is one above and one in each major wall, so that gives you 3 wall vents and 1 ceiling vent.
Okay. So,
And
got,
Brum Brum is in one of the wall vents.
okay, I'll go to the other wall bit then.
And how about Dureth? Where does Dureth see the best place to be?
At home with a cold beer.
Unfortunately, that's not an option.
Well,
There's no cold beer.
Unfortunately, the places that we would hide are much too obvious. Like, the bad guy's going to go, geez, if I was here, where would I hide? I don't know, about that place and that place and that place and this place.
The opponent is also, though, using droids to scout out the place. And if the droids are unable to spot us, they are going to assume that the droids have done their job and that the place is clear.
Why would they be unable to spot us?
Because Martin said that they can't use the Force to sense us. which means they're relying entirely on the drones.
Yes.
So if you're
But
able
again-
to hide from the drones,
Yeah, how,
Yeah. Ross, wait for Peter.
how would they hide? How would we hide from the drones?
well, sometimes out of sight. It could be that we could use some sort of iron blaster or iron grenade to knock them down. That will tell them that they're there. But I'm not entirely sure. What I'm saying is it's not entirely pointless.
Oh, we can't use an EMP blast because I mean Khaled's arms won't work.
Khaled will need his arm.
And Kayana.
And Kayana.
But only one for Kayana.
But see, I was thinking. I'm not
the most tactical or strategic mind.
I'm going to be like, there's the main door in.
Yep. There's 2 main doors in, and Akori's at one.
Okay, pick the other one. All right, and I'm going to be probably, I don't know, 100 or 200 meters away, like further into the complex from that door.
Okay, and Ross, what did you want to add to the discussion?
Is there any rubble in that as well?
You won't know until you get there. You're planning based on the fact that by the time you get into position, Kayana will actually be there. You've got a map of the station as your guide. No cameras.
Yeah.
Cameras are all offline in that region. Which does mean no recorded footage.
So it is essentially Kayana is moving away to the meeting and is putting faith and trust into her family and team to be there on backup in whatever way possible.
You fool.
I know.
Okay, so I'm going to assume that Kayana goes in via the door with Durath because he's furthest from the door.
Yeah, no, Kayana would trust that Durath would not make his presence super obvious or anything. Like, Kayana would trust that Durath would be very careful about all this stuff, and so she's going through the door wherever Durath went. And
If only you had heard his conversation with Dom and his thoughts on you.
I didn't say that I trusted Durath as a person. I said I trust my knowledge of Durath and what his intentions would be to do. So.
You just know how awesome Durath is. That's all.
I think I just don't know how Durath works.
I believe I keep hearing the Lego movie music in the background. Everything is awesome, but it's Durath is awesome.
That's definitely playing in his head.
I need my mood music.
Okay. I was gonna say, is this where Durath really needs the character arc of Lego Batman?
Possibly. As you get closer, you get notifications popping up in your systems of warning area contaminated. Please leave the area.
Yep, see those. Mark is red. Keep going ahead.
And as you reach the door, the others manage to get themselves into position. Those in the vents can actually see that inside the hangar is pristine.
Of course it is. Typical Imperial nonsense. I'm just kidding. I have a full suit with all that on so that I'm protected, assuming that there's radiation of some kind over here. So, yep.
But hey, I'm sure that both Khalid and Brum Brum could come up with a way of putting out a radiation warning. That's fake.
Sure they could.
Okay. As you walk into the room, you see the outer doors start to open.
dun dun dun.
And inside you, coming inside, you see 2 starfighters.
2 starfighters. Okay.
You're
Great.
about
Love
to
that.
go for a flight.
And they are all nice and shiny new, almost with the factory plastic still on.
Okay, very nice, very nice. These starfighters in particular, are they any color of any kind that I can...
They are grey, and they are you've not seen them on the market. They have not. They have not been shown anywhere, as far as you can tell.
Do they look anything like a couple of different prototypes that we've stolen before?
They resemble some of the prototypes.
Yeah, I figured.
Not fully, but it looks as if it is a stripped down version of some of the prototypes you've tinkered with and flown.
Easy enough. Alrighty. Alright, well, I'm gonna stand and wait for people to get out of the thing very carefully. Where possible, trying to not be in the direct line of the guns on the ships, because learn that lesson once with this arm, so yeah.
Okay, so one of the ships pops its hatch open, and you see about 10 different droids pop out and start scanning the area.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
As you see the Seven Sister climb out as they're doing so. She smiles at seeing you.
It's a trap.
Yeah, love that. Very cool.
And does the whole magnificent leap off the ship, managing to leap more than 10 meters to your side, making it look effortless.
Of course.
Reminding you of just how superhuman these people are.
Yeah.
She gives you a solid punch on the shoulder and says, "How are you doing?"
Hang in there. You know, living day by day, however best I can.
And says, "Well, she heard about your unpleasantness, but that's not her problem. If you've got some free time, she could do with more of your help."
I can definitely see how I can help you in whatever way that I can.
Okay, so she pulls out a data pad and starts checking where all her droids are scanning.
So as she is pulling out the data pad, I will try to, I guess, talk with her a bit about the last mission, and a little bit of a, maybe a charm or something.
Sure. I'm sure you can be very charming to her.
Just naturally.
So what is your charm?
My charm is 4 green. But I would like to use a upgrade point.
We have 3 of them, so that's down to 2 upgrade points as you increase yours.
Yep. So I would like to just charm her of just like talking about the last mission, of complimenting her skill, things like that, so that as she's checking the data pad for the droids, she maybe doesn't look as closely as she would otherwise. But primarily just getting her on the good side of me.
Martin,
Yeah.
I'll be powered down.
Okay.
So try to give less power signature.
The dragon has given blessing. No booyah, but there was explosions.
You know what? I'll take it.
I was gonna say, did we get lots of failures and despairs?
Okay,
None.
so you do seem to distract her, though it is causing you somewhat concern. As you
It's called
take
I'm
one strain.
awkward.
And by the way, the others who had received strain earlier, that strain is gone. So at the moment, you're the only one with strain.
Okay.
Okay, so as you're talking with her, she is distracted, and then you see the other hatch of the ship of the second ship pop open.
Love that. Awesome.
And out crawling of that ship is someone who seems to be twice the size of the Seven Sister climb out.
So
Okay.
So a 14th sister.
Got a hand. Now there are two of them.
And then he does his leap, and when he lands, you feel the ground shake beside you.
Which is weird because we're on a floating city.
He does cause the plates that you're landing on to feel the vibration.
Okay.
And you do notice a slight buckling where he landed. Considering these things can take starships landing on him, and he manages to buckle it.
Yeah.
Jabba the Sith.
So seeing this guy, he's just huge and
And he does the whole intimidation stand right next to you thing.
yep.
He's
Yep.
looming.
He is technically looming.
He's luminescent.
So is this where I'll ask her, why recruit me if you have another friend alongside you?
Oh, that's just fifth brother, she says.
Love that. Alright. So it seems that you two are definitely on a mission then.
Yes, continuing that mission we had together. It seems that the Grand Inquisitor's vision is coming to fruition.
Is this something that would have been shared with Kayana before, or is this the first time she's hearing about
First
it?
time she's hearing it, I'm sure it's making your hair stand up a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. This is where Kayana will say, and what would be required of me to have this vision come about?
Oh, I'm sure your input will greatly help, she says. Giving you a wink.
Okay, love that. Alrighty. So the if I may ask, so that I don't know how to assist, what is the Grand Inquisitor's vision?
Oh, he believes that with the actions of the last mission, he will gain a useful recruit.
Okay.
Of course, time was required.
Okay. Got it. Alrighty. Well, so it seems.
He says, assuming they weren't recruited already. He said that was a possibility.
Alrighty. Well, it sounds like definitely maybe with time, groundwork has been laid, and maybe your recruit would be somewhere around here. How can I assist?
He says, well, she pulls out a hologram showing the white-haired woman in your media.
Yep.
Apparently, she has been spotted on Cloud City. And they would like to question her. She says, with the emphasis on question.
Okay. So, wanting to find her, I know it wasn't easy the last time finding her in the Padawan. Cloud City has a lot of different places that this person could be hiding, and do they have any advice on how I can assist in finding this person?
And as you're saying that, you find yourself having another vision. Apparently today's your vision
I
day.
know exactly where this is going. Yay. Okay. Do I need to roll anything for this vision, or I'm just waiting for the vision?
For this one, you find that you have a vision where Starwing is actually talking to you.
Oh, cool. Love it.
Thank God. Starwing, help me.
He says, this is your test.
Okay.
You cannot help them and you cannot kill them.
I cannot help them and I cannot kill them. Yes. Okay.
If you fight them and they die, you will die. And your
Yeah.
mission will fail.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you can't fight them, you just can't kill them.
Okay.
Break the cannon.
It would.
Oh, there would always be someone else who would rock up who can do their job.
Yeah. That's the thing that we find with all the it's just a title. It's not a name.
And it gets shuffled around to the next best.
Yeah.
Once they have their reordering each year.
Yeah. Okay, so Starling says that I cannot help them, I cannot kill them. And if I kill them, or if I kill them, I'm killed. Okay, this is my test. How to get them to go away.
And the last bit of the test is if they take the target, you also fail.
Yes.
Right. Okay. That was going to be my suggestion.
Yeah. No. It's basically they can't.
They can't succeed, and
I cannot help them. They can't succeed, and we cannot kill them.
And you
We
must
fight them. Cannot kill them.
And you must choose the path.
And I must choose the path going forward from there. Easy. Okay. Well, thank you, Starling, for that clarity. That does help a lot. I am just mostly panicking now, but I will do what I can.
And
Anyway, I know this is vision, so I can't really talk, but yeah.
And at the same point, Thay is also getting a vision. Her test is to see how good of an instructor she is without telling her student to do anything. As she takes her test.
Why do you give me the really things that end up breaking my brain by this time of the day?
Doesn't say you can't help, but it just says you can't tell her what to do.
Yeah.
you could do interpretive dance.
She must make the choices.
That might have to be the way I go. Can you help a girl get to the bathroom?
Sure. Oh. I will grab one kitty. And one. Oh. Then I'll grab another kitty. Oh.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be that disruptive, but I need to be.
I have all the kitties.
Thanks. So while I'm trying to figure out how to help you without instructing you, I'm just going to go to the bathroom and think about that.
And I would also say that as this is happening, the fifth brother seems to look up at the vent above him.
Yeah.
So, I guess if he is looking up, I will kind of say, all right, so that's the mission, is try to get this person to come on out. That's all. That's all the direction that we really need at this point. Just trying to, in a way, kind of like trying to end the meeting before anything further happens.
Player suggestion. Maybe ask, are you able to utilize your team to help, or does this have to be a you thing?
That's a good question.
Because that might.
I would say, I would probably talk to Seven Sister and also like very directly kind of looking at Fifth Brother as well to try to get his eyesight with me of just saying, Seven Sister, you know that I came from a group of family members that assisted me and I work solo with you. Is this something where I can bring them in on part of this mission for the both of you?
She says, feel free to bring in whoever you want. Of course, if you fail, they will also accept the penalty.
Understood.
And with you trying to meet Fifth Brother's attention, he seems to look down at you, and you sort of get a feeling of connection.
I don't want that.
Apparently, he can sense things.
Yeah, he can. That's why I wanted to end things.
Of course, he doesn't seem to care that there's other people here.
Yeah, no, I think that's really what it is. So, I guess with that connection, I'll say, I bring her about and point her out to you guys, and that way you can do your questioning. That is the mission, yes?
Says yes, if you can flush her out, they will deal with her.
Okay. In terms of reaching you using this comms link that you used to reach me would be the correct way, is that right?
That, and I'm sure Fifth Brother will hear your call if you call out to him.
Well, I can definitely understood the parameters there. Yep.
Which means you have a feeling they already knew you were Force sensitive before they came.
Yeah.
That was potentially something the Grand Inquisitor had.
Also had anticipated, yeah. So it's either, I think they think their mission is it's either her or me at this point.
Or both.
Or both, who knows?
Hey,
So,
the more tormented the individuals, the more likely they'll work for them.
yeah.
And then wind up killing the other one to get the job.
Yeah. So,
Because they do Highlander it with pairs. It can only be one.
Yep. This is where I would hope that Kayana's typical course of gather all the information before making a decision helps with whatever connection Fifth Brother is doing to her right now. Just try not to give away any intention which way or otherwise. And just saying like, okay, is there any further information or any resource further that you need me to use for this mission?
Well, they do say that if you find someone is compromising their mission, just let them know and they'll eliminate them.
Not worry. I'm sure this is something that I will be able to handle to make as easy as I can for going forward.
Though if they have been asked to be subtle, she says, reminding the Fifth Brother. Which you think is the only reason why he hasn't done anything about the people viewing it.
I was gonna say, like, this is where I would maybe point out the other Inquisitor working in the area, but I think that one might be like a ninth brother, so the Fifth Brother wouldn't care. So the sister wouldn't care either. I can't remember which one it was. I'm probably making that up, but yeah. So, subtlety is key. Got it. So yeah, I'm mainly just trying to end the interaction as best I can.
Okay, so they
Come to
head
the
back
outside.
to their
Team taps.
ships, and leap on board and take
Don't
off,
kill me.
leaving you in the room. And you notice a few of the droids stay behind and headed off.
So, few of the droids are still there?
Yeah, and they've headed off down corridors.
Okay, I will leave the way I came in, because we have our protected comms of just whatever signal it is to move out, meet back at a safe point. Move together, basically.
Okay, so you managed to catch up on a safe place.
Yeah.
So how does Kayana deal with the fact that she has been...
I've gotten the information of what they're asking. I have not accepted internally. Maybe to their face, but that's it.
So
this is where I like just kind of discussing with everyone about what's being asked and requested.
So you can't.
And this is where Kayana will share. She's not necessarily going to say, "Hey, I had a vision with Starwing. Starwing said this." This is where Kayana will share that Inquisitors moving into any space is always a dangerous path, and it's one that could interrupt our entire mission here on Cloud City. And so it's one that, while I understand what they are asking for, it's not one that I think should be paid off. There needs to be something to kick this down the line in some way. And that maybe the person they're looking for is no longer here, or something along those lines. Because if they're not going to get them, let's say that this Force user, if they were to pass away, they would take me. And if they're taking me, I'm dead. That's the end of story there. And this also puts all of you at risk as well. The larger one, fifth brother, he knew you were all there. He knows. He could sense all of you. And he also knows that I am Force sensitive as well.
Does he know that there was another Force sensitive in the room?
He would know that.
I'm asking Martin.
You'd expect so.
So they did he identify me?
Potentially identified a probably enough to pick you out if he was to look at you again through the Force, but not enough to, if you ran into you without looking at you through the Force, wouldn't pick at you.
Because
essentially he can read your aura.
Because I think I've got a Force power where I can hide from other Force users. And that might have been something that I would have put in place. But I don't know if that's something that was storyline. Is the GM opposed to that or not opposed to that?
Let me have a look at your thingy.
Because I was just reading my thingy.
If she did have that power, it would have been Kayana's directive of shield yourself however way you can. That would fall into
I
that.
would have just done that anyway.
Yeah.
As soon as I spotted there was any chance of being sensed, even by seventh sister. Which is why I've asked Martin that I want to concentrate on hiding my powers whenever there's opportunity. Can I do it through that one where I get to swap a stat for a stat and then I stealth or something? I think it was.
Well, you can have reduced your force rating to have hidden your appearance.
Mm. Yeah, because you explained it to me one time, but I don't remember the details because I love my brain.
And it does mean when you make stealth checks, you get to use your force dice at the same time.
So would that mean then that
Instead of having a force rating of 6, it would currently be 5. And he probably just detected that there was someone there,
not a force user? Okay.
But it's enough to freak Kayana out a little.
So for the record, Fifth Brother doesn't know I exist in those terms.
Just that there was someone there.
Yeah. But there were four other party members there?
Unless Kayana knew that you were successful in hiding your sensitivities, Kayana would believe, or would have the fear that Fifth Brother very likely was able to sense you and know that you're a Force user. That would be Kayana's view. So Thea knows she's protected, but Kayana fears she would have been found out.
I would reassure you, but only when I knew we were clear.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So that's all good.
And you, I would say that from how Fifth Brother moves, he seems to have practiced the Vapid style of force, because everything is aggressive.
We're talking Form 7?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But it's Form 7 Palpatine, not Form 7...
Probably not...
Purple Blade?
Probably not Form 7 either. Probably Form 7 wanting to be one of those.
Okay, so working his way up there, but not there yet.
Think Form 7, but not skilled.
Yeah. Okay.
Whereas the Seven Sister moves with agility in mind. So he moves out of the way of things. Hitting her would be difficult.
That's important in case it does come to a fight, and if we don't want to kill them in a fight, or we would be able to plan our defense.
As I'm writing things down, can I ask for specifically the wording from the vision from Starwing? Was it if we or I kill the Inquisitors, or is it if the Inquisitors end up dead?
If they end up dead, you will end up dead.
If they end up dead, thank you. That's what I wanted to
say. So no one can kill them.
And it's assuming the entire team will be dead, not just you.
Yeah.
I feel like this is GM proofing against murder hobo.
Essentially, but it's also like
this is murder hobos, but you know what I mean.
This is
and preserving the canon.
But it's also partially like kind of getting the warning from Starwing that if we were to try to get the Jedi to fight the Inquisitors, then if the Jedi weren't successful in killing them, like we would all end up dead. So that would be the warning that Chiron would want to kind of continue bringing forward. Again, not making it obvious to...
Do we now have to follow these bloody Inquisitors around and just defend them from anything that might kill them?
They have basically sent Kayana out to bring her out into the open and call them in when she's done so. So that they're now in their starships, having left the station and kept themselves invisible.
But what I'm saying is, from the interpretation of this vision, we have now become the personal protectors of Seventh Sister and Fifth Brother. Because if they die, we die.
On this station, yes.
So, we could lure them off the station and kill them and we'd be fine.
possibly, but
Okay.
again,
I'm not saying I'm going to do that. I'm just establishing a level of understanding.
you'd probably say once their mission here has finished, if they die, it's less important. What? Because if they don't report in about this mission being complete, then people will come.
Yeah. So, AKA, they are interrupting all of our plans and it's quite rude.
I've got better things to do. I really didn't want to plan on dealing with Inquisitors.
This is where maybe leaning on Duras' view of bloody force users interrupting everything all the time. It's quite rude.
Oh, I absolutely agree with Jurif 100%. All this force power shit is damn inconvenient.
It is. So, not a fan. Alright, well, we gotta get rid of these guys somehow. But we can't. We have to get rid of them without killing them or getting them killed. We also can't help them with their mission. Okay, cool.
Which does
Yeah.
mean that from Starwind's perspective, the Jedi is not too far gone.
Yeah.
The Jedi might be able to be convinced to go hide. She might be convinced to do an Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
If we can give her some kind of evidence or even argument that you weren't directly responsible for it, you were manipulated and tricked into it, and that the person who's directly responsible is Seventh Sister. If she believes that, she might be willing to give up her vendetta upon you, and then you would appeal to her Jedi side, and say the best thing that you can do to honour your daughter, etc., is to go hide on Tatooine with this guy called Obi-Wan. He's great company. He's very witty. Also really welcoming.
Talks about space wizards and stuff. This guy Ben, I don't know, it's kind of crazy. So. So now the question becomes, how to get in contact and pull out the Jedi Force user without pulling her out to the point that Fifth Brother senses it and that's their time to strike.
Danger, Will Robinson.
So, if they're successful, we fail. If they die, we fail.
Yeah.
The decision chart for this leads to a lot of potential for
Lots of
failure.
failure.
And it's how to get the Jedi from turning and being recruited while also making her not hate me.
You would,
or at least have hatred cloud her anger, cloud her judgment. I guess.
You would preach Jedi to her. You need to be the better Force person.
Yeah.
Instead of falling into hatred and contempt, you need to concentrate on the love that you had for your daughter and embrace that love instead of embracing hate.
With how old she is, would she have been a Jedi during Clone Wars?
Yes.
Okay. So, I'm just trying to bring in galactic history into all of this of, one thing that we know from our side of things is that Jedi were working for the Republic. It's not the Old Republic, but the Republic. Were working for the Republic at the time, and they were just following orders, bringing their own version of destruction to different planets and things like that. Again, this is coming from the Mando perspective of things. And so this is where I would hope that she would extend that empathy and grace to myself that I was just following orders.
Well, you also would think that she would have been battlefield trained and not temple trained, because that's where most of those who became knights during the Clone Wars ended up.
Got it, yeah. Makes
You need
sense.
to channel Obi-Wan, basically.
Many years of war meant that they were less and less trained in a temple and more trained on the fields of war.
Yeah. So
Not
she wouldn't
necessarily
necessarily
well.
have. Sorry.
Yeah, not necessarily well.
Yeah, wouldn't necessarily have a strong religious connection.
Or a balanced one.
Yeah. Would definitely be the more corrupt version of the Jedi at that point. One could argue. Anakin had some ideas. Okay.
You need to convert her to Mandalorian Talon way of thinking.
Balance.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm thinking as I'm writing and all this stuff, so I'm writing everything down as we go.
I think it's time for a side quest for Jurith Corey and...
So, I'm gonna say that we get to whatever next safe spot that we need to get to, thinking about this going ahead, and definitely open to any other ideas to safely figure out where this Jedi is and how to talk with her. Because so far all we know is that she knows where we are. But
Oh,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure you could attract her attention pretty easily.
oh yeah, I can. But if I'm gonna draw her out individually,
You want to have a
publicly,
plan.
his brother and sister are gonna come join.
Yeah, you need to have a plan.
And that's the one thing I need to avoid is I don't want them joining in.
What about communicating with her the same way she communicated with us? Using a holograph recording.
That little thingy exploded, so we weren't able to.
No, but who's to say that we can't get one of our own, make a
we
recording?
need to find out where she's at to leave it behind.
Okay. I kind of understand that.
Like you're on the right track, but
Mike's
putting it
showing me a
here is the
tablet
problem.
at the same time that you're talking,
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
and
Kill them, fail, help them, fail, help her.
yeah, and that yeah, we're focusing on helping her.
Yeah.
So what I was saying was, one of the things I was doing during my 9 days was trying to trace her. Now, depending on success and leads for that, it could be we could figure out where she might be or might have been or might go again, and we can leave her the holograph, or we can leave a message for her saying there's a holograph in neutral place with information you'd be interested in, and she might look at it.
That would be the thing is I could use the team as middlemen and
Yeah.
liaising with her would be the way to go.
I wouldn't send Jurith though, because he's gonna kill her.
Yeah.
Joking.
Well, like, she knows you. She knows that you are my master. She would know that if anything was coming from you, it would be, like, similar messaging.
Yeah. She
But it
might
would
be interested in talking to me. I don't know.
In terms of finding her out, she's definitely this unknown presence. We don't know any details about her name, where she's staying, things like that. And also what part she's playing in this whole deal. Yeah. I'm just trying to think if we have enough evidence that gives us any other clues at this stage. I can't think of any. I want to ask, because, Martin, I know that you know me as a person. I know more than what my character knows. Is there any clues in game that I'm missing?
Okay, so you think from the point where you sensed Seven Sisters' presence enough to be able to identify it, you may be able to identify the Jedi.
Okay. Got it. So now that I've used this kind of sense, I could potentially use it again to try to find her.
Well, you would recognize if you sensed her again.
I recognize my sense right now. Okay.
Much like you recognize Seven Sister.
Okay, got it. So if someone were to come through again, I would, like, ping, that's her, that kind of thing?
Or you might be able to use the sense skill and try to find her yourself.
Try to actively find her?
He's suggesting 4 cents.
Yeah. Okay. That would be one. I know Thea has tried, and something that Kiana would go to Thea to guide for. And so it would be one that I would do it, maybe not at this moment. I would want to be more prepared first.
We'd want to be in a safe room.
I want to be more prepared in a, like, hey, they're not in fighter jets, literally off gravity wells right now, so.
Well, on the bright side, you know Seven Sister is patient.
Yeah.
You have no idea. You have no idea about Fifth Brother.
I'm sensing not so much.
Lovely.
Alright, so while Kesley's thinking that through, is there anything else going on?
Okay, so I would say in the background that discussions with Ugnaught would pick up that there is a white-haired woman traveling through the lower areas of Cloud City.
Oh, well, there you go.
Basically in the areas that humans don't track.
I would very, very politely request that if they spot said lady, could they come to me and let me know?
Yeah, we're more than happy to do so. They also point out that guards seem to let her through.
I will say to the Argonauts that this woman's life is in danger. She does not know it, and I'm interested in trying to save her life. She may know it, but you know, I'm pretty sure the Argonauts would appreciate my goal.
Okay.
I had spoken.
I'll also put it in terms of there are people who are after her wish to enslave her.
Okay, so they seem to be motivated to help because you have spoken.
I have spoken.
And you find out that she has a regular route she takes at a set time.
Mm-hmm. We could leave a message for her to get in contact. Or some of us could wait for her.
It could be like we do a comms meeting in that way, I guess. I'm trying to think what would make her safe.
Yeah.
That if I were to interact in any way, Seven Sister and Fifth Brother wouldn't pick up on that and go strike.
We're talking about using middlemen, so it could be myself and maybe Khalid or Akori's got the streetwise, Juris has got the secret networks or networking intelligence thing. So maybe some combination there might work.
Potentially.
I'm putting it out there for those people to either put up their hands or make other suggestions.
This is also perhaps where I would leave a hologram message to be played where I'm speaking directly to her. And then leaving from there others to
mediate.
assist in mediating. Yeah.
You can also literally have a interactive video running instead of just a message.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to double check if that would be safe.
Yeah, I'd see. I have no idea that that's possible. So.
Allah, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Oh, there you go. Is that an interactive video?
No, that was a message.
That was a message. So if like, I guess video chat, I don't even know what to call it then, holo chat. If holo chat is safe and would keep her safe and us safe, I'm okay with that.
Well, with the amount of droids you have, you can literally have a droid project your message to the point where it can duck away and get away from people.
Okay.
And it's not like they can then just pick up your holo recorder as easily and walk off with it. With a connection to you.
Perfect. Okay.
So are we doing this now then, rather than doing cutaways?
We can do a cutaway and do that next session.
In
case you want to do something more.
I just feel like Kesley needs some room to think. And
we can take it as room to think. What about everyone else? Would you like to
I know there's a bunch of other tasks that people want to work on.
Have a confrontation now with the Jedi? Question mark.
No, it's 5:30. They said 10:30 already.
Yeah, I'll say with it being 10:30, I'm okay leaving it there, and then it also gives me space to think about a message.
Yep. Yeah, that's fine.
I guess to kind of end the session, any other security or safety risks that anyone else can see with this whole plan?
Well, the security risk is it's we're now in a situation that makes a heist even more complex than what it already was.
This is why we need to get this distraction out of the way, because this is going to interrupt our entire plan.
Yeah, we can't kill them, and we can't help them. The only option would be to help her, and potentially we could doctor some footage to show her leaving on a transport exit stage right, and she's actually gone exit stage left, and send the Inquisitors on a wild goose chase.
It would definitely distract Seventh Sister, but Fifth Brother would be the hard one to convince.
Yeah. Because sometime in the next 10 days, the security update is coming for the bank, and we have to deal with Lobot, build races. There's a lot of stuff that has to be done.
If you can delay the update, then your spike will be more effective.
Yes.
Especially if you get wind of what the update fixes.
So I think figuring out who the courier is would be helpful.
Just maybe trying to intercept them and then give them enough money to go move along. Nothing to see here.
This is not the bank that you're looking for.
Or the other thing you could do is bribe the courier, get a copy of the update, so you can work out a way of circumventing the update.
Putting in a back door or something.
Yeah, put a hole in the update.
Well, most of the updates generally just close the door, not give you other options. It's rare that the update is worse than the actual item.
Oh, who says it's going to be worse?
I said rare.
Who says it's going to be worse? It's going to
But
be
maybe it gives the key to that door it closes.
Yes. But yeah. Yeah,
expected.
yeah. We'll have to think, but
Because most updates will say, here's the exploit, and here's how we fix it.
yeah, we can just generate some random text for that.
So we get the update, make sure it doesn't get delivered.
We
so that
change
know what the
we
exploit
change
is.
the font color of.
If we receive the update and don't pass it on to the bank, then, all the better for us.
Exactly. Then it doesn't close any open holes at the moment. But yeah, no.
Well, the other thing is, can you modify the update? Basically, give it back to
That's
Okay.
unlikely.
Basically, they would have a check, and if it doesn't match the check, it's basically then any credibility you have would be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll have to think. It's going to take some time to think how to dig ourselves out of this hole, which I did not create.
Neither did I.
Just throwing it out there. Yeah,
Although Jura's opinion might be different based on his reports.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think we leave it here and think how to dig ourselves out of the storm that's coming.
I gather Aquari, Jurith don't have anything to add, or
Nothing to add. Nothing to add.
Nope, nothing to add.
Okay, so I guess I will finish the session then with Jurath getting notification that arrival of someone that he's worked with in the past has arrived. That being Crimson Dawn.
Ooh.
Which hey,
That I've worked with before.
that you have worked with before, yes. Because hey,
Okay.
everyone has a background of doing different things.
you don't write your background, the GM does for you.
And hey, every group will work with criminals to get stuff done if that's the only way they can get it done.
Thus
Oh, absolutely.
explains Kayana's deal with the Inquisitors.
Yep. And I thought that would be a nice. Okay, so actually I'll put it onto end credits unless you would like to add anything else. That would be a no.
All good.